A record for women's representation. Labor claims it's won the electorate of Gilmore, securing its 77th seat. The trial of a man accused of sexually assaulting Brittany Higgins could be delayed. It's midnight Eastern Daylight Time. This is Newsnight. I'm Anna Rawlings. In Fox Sports News tonight, two-time Brownlow medalist Nat 5 to play in the waffle as he edges closer to an AFL comeback. And New South Wales keep everyone guessing with debutant Stephen Crichton switching positions at their first official training session. Also tonight, we'll take a look at the morning newspapers, including the Australian's leading story. Business faces gas apocalypse.
Showers and very gusty conditions returning to the east and the south tomorrow. Full details coming up shortly.
This is Newsnight.
Labor's new look frontbench will be sworn in on Wednesday morning after Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced a record number of women in the ministerial lineup and the removal of Tanya Plibersek from the education portfolio. Labor is claiming victory in the marginal New South Wales seat of Gilmore, securing the party's 77th seat. Australia's new Prime Minister announcing a new look frontbench, cemented by his election victory and winning the seat of Gilmore after a week of vote counting.
Labor has claimed the 77th seat in the House of Representatives.
Anthony Albanese confirming some already well-known ministerial appointments.
Richard Marles will be Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister for Defence.
And revealing others.
And Claire O'Neill enters the Cabinet as the Minister for Home Affairs and the Minister for Cyber Security.
Ms O'Neill replaces Christina Keneally in the Home Affairs portfolio after her defeat in Fowler, while
Jason Clare will be the Minister for Education.
That appointment means Tanya Plibersek has lost her favoured portfolio, shifting to be
the Minister for the Environment and Water.
Well, I think she's been demoted, and I think Anthony Albanese has long seen her as a leadership rival.
The Prime Minister insists Ms Plibersek was happy with the change.
I spoke to Tanya about it. She's very happy to take up the issue of environment and water. There are major challenges on the environment. We know that the impact of climate change is having a significant impact.
Tanya Plibersek replaces Terry Butler in the portfolio, who lost her metropolitan Brisbane seat of Griffith to the Greens.
Tanya has a long-term interest in the environment. My view is that Tanya will be outstanding in that area, but also particularly in the area of the Murray-Darling Basin Plan.
Made a point then she's got to handle the Murray-Darling Basin, one of the most contentious and difficult and unsolvable issues in Australian politics.
As already made evident, Penny Wong will be Senate Leader and Minister for Foreign Affairs. Jim Chalmers is Treasurer and Senator Katie Gallagher, Finance Minister.
This is the largest number of women who have ever served in Australia in an Australian cabinet, with 10 women in the cabinet. In addition to that, in terms of the ministry, there are 13 women in the ministry and 19 frontbenchers.
Ready to take up the reins when Parliament resumes in July. Labor is claiming victory in Gilmore, securing the party's 77th seat. A late surge in absentee ballots has pushed incumbent Fiona Phillips ahead of the Liberals' Andrew Constance by 222 votes. The Australian Electoral Commission is yet to call the seat, but Labor is confident the majority of absentee votes will favour Ms Phillips. She's promising to push for more to be done to address the health and housing crisis in her New South Wales South Coast electorate. The federal opposition will follow Labor's lead and reveal its shadow frontbench later this week. Liberal leader Peter Dutton has confirmed former Prime Minister Scott Morrison will not be part of his shadow ministry. Former Prime Minister Tony Abbott is supporting Dutton in his new role. Mr Abbott has told Peter Credlin he's confident Dutton can win the next election.
I know Peter Dutton very well. He's a terrific bloke. I think he certainly can win the next election. And I'm very encouraged by the fact that his senior colleagues will, I am sure, give him the loyalty that the party leader deserves.
Guide Dogs Victoria CEO Karen Hayes has resigned after the charity's board launched an internal investigation into her endorsement of former Treasurer Josh Frydenberg. Ms Hayes was temporarily stood down after she appeared in Liberal Party campaign material. However, she's now officially relinquished her role. The former CEO had stood down from the role until the investigation was completed. Guide Dogs Victoria has claimed it had no prior knowledge of the endorsement material, which included pamphlets and a now-deleted Facebook video featuring Karen Hayes. Under Australian law, charities risk deregistration for promoting political candidates. Victoria's opposition leader Matthew Guy has brushed off concerns his inner-city seat is under threat from Teal independents. The community group switch-backed two successful independent campaigns at the federal election and now looking to field candidates at the November state election.